What's up? So, today I'm starting a new series on, obviously, the truck. I bought this truck completely stock and really just bought it because I wanted to work on it. So from what I've started with, originally I kind of messed around with painting this hood scoop black since it had faded. I like the look of it. I like the change of color. It makes a difference, breaks the hood up a little bit. Cut a nice little hole in the side of my fender of a nice clean truck to put a raised air intake. The other thing is I got these ditch lights installed. Good brackets. I painted them with bed liner because I didn't want them to rust. I do need to go over the screws because they're about to rust over, and that was just through a couple snows, so that's not the best. Okay, now let's talk about the interior. The interior, I mean, there's only so much you can change because it's a 2005 truck and the aftermarket is there, but it's just barely getting there. Or, well, that's a lie. It's getting to a point where you can find a lot more for it because people are still using second-gen Tacomas. I understand why. I love them. So, from the start, these are neoprene seat covers from Rough Country. I bought them for the third-gen Tacoma. I just got a better offer when I was buying them for that, and they actually fit the second-gen seats. These are Husky floor liners. Got them on Amazon. I prefer form-fitted for the truck over anything else because if they're actually fit for your truck, they have a nicer time. Especially, again, just keeps my floor really, really nice, and you can see how much dirt and mud I've tracked in here. The other thing that I installed was this, I think it's a 9-inch Android tablet that syncs up with your radio system. It's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all the fancy fixings. You can get your maps up on here. You can download apps onto it because it is an Android. So I'd say by far one of the best features that these second-gen Tacomas have is the fact that these seats fold down. The only thing I didn't like when I originally got the truck was how much space was behind it. So, as you can see, there's a little difference back here between me and a normal Tacoma. Normally there'd be these plastic black storage bins that you'd put stuff in right there, and it just, space-wise, it did not give me a whole lot of space. You know, it limited the capacity to folding this seat down so I could only reach what was here. There's a bulkhead about that thick and about that thick in between, and that's probably doubled because there's two of them bulkheads, and I just couldn't reach through. So storage wise, it just did not give me what I wanted. So I removed them, which was really easy. It's 6 bolts, and then sold them. And because they had sound deadening material, I didn't want to lose that, so I bed lined this with Harbor Freight, that just spray can a bed liner. And honestly, one, it's helped with the base, you know, keeping stuff from moving around because it's a little bit more rubberized, and also, again, it protects the paint from anything scratching and rusting on the interior. And honestly, I like the look of it a lot more. I like the space that I have. I can reach all the way through and get everything that I need when I need it instead of being limited. And also, when I carry stuff, I can have boxes that go all the way to the back if I flatten everything out back here, which is a lot more space than if it got stopped. So, okay, on the back side, not a whole lot of work. This is the J2 Engineering hardcover that I got. This is the $100 one. Durable. I've enjoyed it. I mean, again, for what you pay for at $100, I mean, it mounts the same way that you'd mount one of the soft tops. So it's got latches underneath. The other thing that's been changed on this truck since I bought it are these tail lights. I smashed them. The original ones on accident. The other thing are those LED pods. I've installed them right here and right here. Those are the first lights I installed in this truck. Okay, so let's talk about the future plans. I love this truck, and I plan on keeping it for a long time. That being said, I got some things I want to do. Obviously, with the paint fading, my first step is I want to get this painted. I've gotten some of the other mods done that I wanted to do, and getting it painted is the next step for me. I am going to bedline it. I like it for the sound deadening material because, one, it'll thicken up the walls a little bit, make it harder for you to hear the outside. Well, anyway, I like the color. I like the matte, but I'm going to do blue and black because I always love those Cavalry blue Tacomas. In fact, I'll throw some pictures on screen. Like, my dream Tacoma was a TRD off-road 4x4 sand blue Tacoma. Cavalry blue Tacoma was their color. But paint it and get some of the other creature comforts sorted out. I'd love to have heaters on the mirrors because it gets cold here and it's hard to defrost the other side of your mirrors when they're on the other side of the truck and you're driving on a freeway. It doesn't help. And some of the other things that I'd like to do, obviously lift in tires, but in full suspension. I don't want to just do the blocks. It's stupid. Not good for your suspension. It actually can cause more damage, especially because I actually off-road. Which, believe it or not, you know, if you don't off-road so much, those spacers probably aren't the worst thing to go with, but they're not the best thing still. Lifting tires. Got to get some new rims. I'd love to put some street tires on these rims and have them as a second set for daily driving. Headlights, want to switch those out. Grill maybe at some point, but also I might just paint it and see how it looks, or I'll just build a custom one. We'll find out. Interior wise, I'd love to, one, add a wireless charger because I have a lot of people who don't use the same phone or don't have the same charger as me. USB ports, because right now I just have the aux cords for that Android tablet just hanging off on the side. I'd like to get the rest of these LEDs wired. There's a lot of different things that I'd like to do, but one of the things I'd like to happen is I want to supercharge this truck. I love the sound of superchargers. I love the performance of them. I love trucks like that. And it would be fun to supercharge this thing. I was going to think it was a bad idea, but I ran into somebody on Instagram who's at 300,000 and just supercharged his, and he's not been having any issues. So it's possible. It is possible. This may be at a 200,000 mile truck, but she's still kicking, still run, and it'd be nice. I like the Magnuson superchargers. I've heard they're pretty reliable, especially because they used to sell them with Toyota. So, yeah. Next time, we're going to be painting the truck. So